A Vancouver man already dealing with a debilitating illness says he's been dealt another blow by WestJet.
Airline dropped the man's wheelchair, but despite attempts to fix it, he says it still isn't right and says WestJet has just given up.
And Ross, that's why you got a call for some help.
Yeah, they're not cheap, those electric wheelchairs. It's very expensive. And after it was dropped, the manufacturer says it should have been replaced, and Richard Kipping says he fears for his safety now.
Here I go.
Keep your eye on the front right wheel.
You'll see it starting to shake now.
Sure does. And he says it began after he got off a WestJet flight to Vegas last year.
And when I stopped, the chair rolled forward. I almost came out of the chair. And we looked down, and these caster wheels were off the ground.
What did WestJet say?
We dropped your chair.
And for a year, WestJet has made several attempts to fix it, but...
it's shaking apart.
On sidewalks?
There's times when I can't even steer it. It starts to tremble so badly.
On pavement.
There you go. Oh, yeah, it's shaking all right.
And he says it loosens cables, causing the brakes to engage.
It stops instantly. So if I didn't have a seatbelt on, I'd be flying off of it.
But WestJet gave up on it. In an email, CEO Greg Soretsky writes to Richard's wife, "With apologies for the inconveniences you have incurred, we have dealt with you in good faith and have compensated you in a fair manner."
It's still broken. We didn't ask them for money. All we want is the chair to work so I can get back to my normal life.
He says the stress isn't helping his recovery from Guillain-Barré syndrome. WestJet told CTV it followed a course of action recommended by the manufacturer by purchasing a specialized repair kit. Well, we took a different course of action and got the manufacturer out to inspect.
I'm Richard.
I'm Drew.
Drew, nice to meet you, man.
Mike.
Permobil's man in charge for Western Canada, Mike Kozlowski, and lead technician, Drew Toth.
I can tell it's in need of some service. Once the chair's been dropped, we think that it's probably better to get the chair replaced.
But they do their best to make it safe for now.
We can't warranty the repair or service of it, so we normally recommend to replace the chair.
When it's dropped.
When it's dropped.
For now, he's safe to go. And after a quick test run.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Absolute pleasure.
Again, it was a pleasure.
Thank you for repairing it.
You're welcome.
It still has lingering issues, though, and they're staying in touch with the technician. WestJet has no intentions of replacing that chair, and the Kippings will never know whether the dropping of it shortened the chair's useful life. But regardless, it looks like it will have to be replaced soon.
Well, nice of them to
probably at
come
their
out.
own, and probably at their own expense.
Yeah, probably. Nice of them to come out to try to fix it up, though, for some.
Yeah, the manufacturer, for sure.
Yeah. What else can they do? Any other action?
Well, they did file a complaint with the Canadian Transportation Agency. WestJet didn't want to informally resolve this case, so the next step is a formal adjudication, and the Transportation Agency called them today, and they are going to begin that process. And if WestJet is found in the wrong, then they could be ordered to replace that chair.
Oh, interesting that there is this formal process
yeah.
that you can go through.
Yeah.
Right. Good. All right, Ross, thanks.